Hello friends, welcome to Daring Marana YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing about safeties that present on the air compressor to avoid damage to the component and ensure safe operation. So what are safeties that present on the air compressor to avoid damage to the component and ensure safe operation? Okay, let's discuss about this. That is safeties that present on air compressor to avoid damage to the component. Air compressor is a we have to be very careful about by dealing with this air compressor and all. So let's see. Safety devices on air compressor will prevent damage to compressor, the component, and ensure that safety operation. Okay, safety devices like the name mentioned, they will prevent damage to component and ensure safe operation. Safety devices in compressor are relief valve fitted in every stage of compressor. There will be a relief valve that is fitted in every stage of compressor. Bursting disc and alarms will be there. Cutouts for high air temperature and low lubricating oil pressure. Okay, cutouts will be there for high air temperature and low lubricating oil pressure. Okay. The main safety devices are relief valve fitted at every stage of the compressor will be there, and bursting disc and alarms will be there. Cutouts for high air temperature and low lubricating oil pressure. Okay. So what are safety devices? Let's see in the picture. We can see the air compressor will be there, low pressure stage, high pressure stage will be there, intercooler relief valve will be there, bursting disc is there, and you can see low lube oil pressure cutout and high air temperature cutout. Fusible plug will be there. Okay. Let's discuss relief valve. They are fitted at every stage of the compressor. It is release the excess pressure when the pressure rises above set value. Relief valve means they are fitted at every stage of the compressor. It releases excess pressure when the pressure rises above set value. Then bursting disc. It is a copper disc fitted with the water space of the inter and after cooler. If the tube of the cooler fail, it will burst at a predetermined safe pressure and release the pressure. Okay, bursting disc means it is a copper disc fitted in the water space of the intercooler and aftercooler. If tube of the cooler fail, it will burst at a predetermined safe pressure and release the pressure. Okay, bursting disc means it is a copper disc fitted in the water space of the intercooler and aftercooler. If the tube of the cooler fail, it will burst at a predetermined safe pressure and release the pressure. Okay, fusible plug means it is fitted on air receiver. In the event of fire, vicinity of air receiver, the rise in the temperature will cause the core to melt and release the air. Fusible plug means it is fitted on the air receiver. In the scenario of fire, in the vicinity of fire, the temperature will rises and it will cause the core to melt and release the air. Okay. Relief valve means they are fitted at every stage of the compressor. It releases excess pressure when the pressure rises above set value. So it is safety. And bursting disc means it is a copper disc fitted in the water space of an intercooler and aftercooler. If the tube of the cooler fails, it will burst and predetermine safe pressure and release the pressure. Then fusible plug means it is fitted in the air receiver. In the event of fire vicinity in the air receiver, due to rise in the temperature, it will cause the core to melt and release the air. Then marine air compressor are having various safety features and cutouts installed so that they will trip when they are running in unsafe conditions. So marine air compressor extra safety means they have separate cutouts and cuttings and cutouts and all for safety feature. So when they are running in unsafe condition, low oil, low pressure alarm and trip. Lube oil, low pressure alarm and trip. That means lube oil, low pressure alarm and trip means if lube oil pressure goes lower than normal, then alarm is sounded followed by cutout trip signal to avoid damage to bearing in crankshaft. Okay, lube oil, low pressure alarm and trip means if lube oil pressure goes lower than normal, the alarm will be sounded followed by a cutout trip to avoid damage to bearing in crankshaft. Water high temperature trip means if the intercooler are choked or flow of water is less, then air compressor will get overheated. To avoid this high water temperature is activated, which cuts off the compressor. Water high temperature trip means if the intercooler are choked or flow of water is less, then air compressor will get overheated. To avoid this, high water temperature is activated, which cuts off the compressor. Okay, main compressor are having various safety features and cutouts installed in, so they will trip when the running in unsafe condition. Lube oil, low pressure alarm and trip means if lube oil pressure goes lower than normal, the alarm will be sounded by cutout trip signal to avoid damage to bearing in crankshaft. Water high temperature trip means if the intercooler are choked or flow of water is less, then air compressor will get overheated. To avoid this, high water temperature is activated, which cuts off the compressor. Then water no flow trip. If the attached water pump is not working due to mechanical failure or intercooler is restricting the cooling water flow, not enough to cool the compressor, the moving parts inside the compressor will get seized due to overheating, and no flow trip switch is provided to stop the compressor. Okay. Water no flow trip means if attached water pump is not working due to mechanical failure, if the attached water pump it is not working due to mechanical failure or intercooler is restricting the cooling water flow, or the intercooler is restricting the cooling water flow or not enough cool the compressor, the moving parts inside the compressor will get seized. Inside the compressor will get seized due to overheating. So no flow trip switch is provided to stop the compressor. Okay. Then motor overload trip means if unloader is not in open condition when the compressor is started, then starting current become too high, which can damage the motor while running due to some mechanical issue like main bearing seizure, broken piston ring, etc. The current can be high, hence an overload trip is provided. Okay. If unloader is not in open condition, then the compressor is started. The starting current becomes too high, which can damage the motor while running due to some mechanical issues like main bearing seizure, broken piston ring, etc. So the current can be high, hence an overload trip is provided. Okay. Thank you. These are the safeties of an air compressor.